This is Poggi. It's a very old art supplies in Roma, and we are very near to the Pantheon. Bene?
Tutto bene, grazie. Te?
Bene.
Tutto a posto.
Oh, this is Mimmo. He is the owner. This place is a center for the artists in Rome, but not only Italian, Roman and Italian, but also international artists.
signora.
Mimmo, I need un blocchetto
Sì, vieni.
per schizzi.
Tu fai con comodo, scegli te tranquillamente, senza che vengo io, lo scegli te.
Ti ringrazio.
Prego, vai, scegli.
Now I want to taste the quality of this small cardboard. We are in Piazza della Minerva, and look, the obelisk, the Pantheon, and the Bernini's elephant. I want to test the paper. This is one of the most curious works of Bernini, because the Pope probably, or a cardinal, asked Bernini to make a statue of this funny, very original elephant. And I suggest everybody to follow in Rome the Bernini works. We are back in my neighborhood. This is Piazza degli Zingari, the Gypsy Square, where in the 17th century there was a permanent camp of gypsies that lived here and worked the metals. And they left an heritage of shops of metalsmiths all around here. I want to go to my friend. They have a mini gallery, very interesting place that's named Fondaco.
Bene. Tu come va?
Beh. You have the work of your mother, because
Yes,
I
obviously,
love these
obviously.
statues. They are composable statues. You can put them as you want. The hairs, and you place and you change every time what you want to.
She's the first
Yeah.
child she made.
Ah, this is the first one.
Yes.
Oh, it's heavy, hasn't it? You have many things, also lamps, artisan work, photograph.
Sheila McKinnon, Invisible
Ah.
Women.
Yes, Invisible Women.
Her work is very important. She go around the world
Yes, I see.
for FAO, for UNICEF.
UNICEF.
Her pictures are about invisible women because they are not famous but very important women in the world. Yes, this is wonderful. It's, she look far, very far.
Yes, and deep. Very good work. Sheila McKinnon.
Yes, from Canada. Tonga, the number one of Tonga.
I remember that. I remember that because
it's nice.
this is the surprise envelope. You buy this and you don't know what it's inside, but you are sure there are 300 pieces of art inside, and that's also
From Spain. Ciao. Buona serata.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
This is a city where you have to find the time to relax, to enjoy the gems and the beauties all around.
Hi, I'm Patrizia, I'm Italian journalist. next place where I want to take you is the Auditorium Parco della Musica, made from the very famous architect Renzo Piano. It's modern, it has a very modern conception. The auditorium building has helped the regeneration of the area, and now it has an appeal for the audience, for the tourists, and also for the resident, as well for me. Now we are in the Cavea. In summer it hosts a lot of international artists and concerts. In winter it becomes an ice skating rink, especially amazing for children. But this is not the only stage for music. The auditorium is a really city of music with 3 concert halls. When I met Renzo Piano, when he was going to the construction, he told me that his first attention was for the acoustic. This is the Santa Cecilia concert hall, the largest of the 3 rooms where you can listen music. The very interesting part is the roof, because you can see the acoustic panel made of cherry woods that can be adapted depending on the kind of music that the artist playing here. I chose to show you this place during the day because the auditorium is not just interesting for the music but also for the architecture. Now I'm crossing Il Fiume-Tevere, the river Tiber, on Ponte Milvio Bridge. This has been a crossing point since ancient times. And nowadays the atmosphere on this bridge has changed a lot because this is quite a crazy play for youth, as we say in Italy. You can see a lot of padlocks written by the name and the day of the starting of love. The youth came here to swear eternal love each other. Now I'm taking you to one of my favorite restaurants in Rome, Pallotta. It is in Ponte Milvio Square, in Piazza Ponte Milvio, next to the bridge. I've been coming here for many years. I lived close to this square in my 30s, and the first time I moved in, it was a Sunday morning. I found this place open, one of the few open places in Rome, and they still are open when all the other restaurants are closed for the holiday. You can eat inside in this beautiful garden, escaping the crazy Roma traffic. It has been in the same family since 1820. And they have the typical Roman food, pasta, meat dishes, but they also serve pizza, good pizza, and seafood. And for this reason is one of my favorite places because I like seafood. Allora, buongiorno. Acqua minerale, vino bianco e spaghetti alle vongole. Grazie. Grazie. We are in Trastevere, one of the most typical traditional area of the town, full of restaurants, pubs, local artisan workshop and craft shops. And here is an English bookstore. First time I found this place was more than 10 years ago because my sister, she's an English language teacher, asked me for a literature book and recommended me this place, and I came here. And actually you were in another part of the road.
Yes, we were originally on the corner
yeah.
and we moved in 2002.
And why did you move?
Well, the old shop was a bit cramped. I don't know if you remember, but there were mountains of books.
Yeah.
And if you touched them with your elbow, disaster.
And one of the most interesting sections is children books. And I remember that I bought one of the classical of this magazine, that is This is Rome novel book, the best way to discover Rome for children.
Every English language speaker had this book in their childhood.
Really?
I certainly had it in mine, yes, I remember it from
Really?
the school library.
So this is my real Rome, the most accommodating, accommodante city in the world, and find welcoming, friendly and kind people. And this is what I really like of this city.
This is one of the most curious works of Bernini because the Pope probably, or a cardinal, asked Bernini to make a statue of this funny, very original elephant. And I suggest everybody to follow in Rome. Now I want to taste the quality of this small cardboard. We are in Piazza della Minerva, and look, the obelisk, the Pantheon, and the Bernini's elephant. I want to test the paper. This is for the artists in Rome, but not only Italian, Roman and Italian, but also international artists.
signora.
Mimmo, I need un blocchetto
Sì, vieni.
per schizzi.
Tu fai con comodo, scegli te tranquillamente, senza che vengo io, lo scegli te.
Ti ringrazio.
Prego, scegli.
This is Poggi. It's a very old art supplies in Roma, and we are very near to the Pantheon. Bene?
Tutto bene, grazie te.
Bene.
Tutto a posto.
Oh, this is Mimmo. He is the owner of this place. It's a